what you think this card says. What do you think that says? And there's also a couple of hints on the back of the card as well.
Corheen to hookup. Corheen to hookup. Corheen Turk. Corrine Turkup. Fuck my life. I'm like Corhine.
One of the hints is, can you host? And another one is another way to get your vitamin D.
Corhine to hookup. I have no motherfucking idea.
It's a website you can go to to meet people.
You go to it's a website you meet people at?
Yeah.
Website you meet people at. Corhine. I'm like thinking, is it Tinder? I'm like website. I'm like dating app, Facebook.
It's like Tinder, but it's only for men.
Oh Lord. What is that website, like rentman.com or something like that?
It is Grindr Hookup. Grindr Hookup is the word.
That's supposed to be Grindr Hookup?
Yeah. Like when you do it, like a lot of times you'll end up saying it by accident.
Okay.
It's saying it out loud, like Grindr Hookup. So
okay.
What I'll do is I'll go ahead and get the next one ready for you, because we always do a round of 3. So let me just go ahead and close that out. I'll go ahead and get the other one ready for you. So let's see if you can figure out what this one says. So what do you think that says?
Fist pump. No, what does it say? Let's fist sip pull bean his lion. Visible bean his lion. Visible pool lion.
You pretty much have the first word. Pretty much it's a dick print. And it says, when the outline of a man's junk reveals itself through his pants.
Ew. Pull lion. It's visible.
Oh, you got the first word.
Visible.
Word. Visible.
Peanut. Pull bin. Pubic pull bin. His jeans. I don't know.
It is visible penis line. Visible
penis line. Okay.
And that's the thing. Like, this game's hard. Like we had 30 people come in and we did this game, and Johnny Goodluck.
And Johnny killed it. Did he just know what the fuck he was doing?
It's funny because some people get these immediately, and then some people just struggle super hard with them. And it's a toss up. You can never predict.
That's hilarious. That's like, what is going on? I'm like, and I'm over here like, what is this shit? And I'm like, yeah, I can't. I don't know. But I'm not like either. The other thing is I'm not like a game person. But the thing is, is like I can karaoke like bound dad as, what does it say? Yeah. Okay.
What do you think that one is?
Bounded ass or bound dad is bandages?
Nope. It says a desire to get it hard and a naughty way of telling your partner to turn it up a notch.
Pound that ass.
Yes, pound that ass. There you go. You got one. So, all right, 1 out of 3. So,
I'm not a total failure.
So we're going to start off with that. And then what we do is we actually started doing What Do You Meme again. Have you ever played What Do You Meme?
No. What is that one?
All right. So what do you meme? You know how online they have a series of memes that you see, like you can share them amongst your friends and all that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show a photo and I'm going to give you a number between, let's see, a number between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a number between 1 and 5 to choose. And that's what's going to meme that photo. And if you're not satisfied with that, you get to pick another card. So let's see. So this is going to be the photo right here. So photo pretty much of soldier just saluting and off the side of the aircraft carrier. So what do you think? 1 through 5, what do you think is a lucky number for you?
3.
3. All right. So 1, 2, 3. So 3 is when your voice cracks during erotic phone sex. So
Yep.
do you think that matches that photo up well, or do you
No,
want to choose a
no,
different
sir, definitely not.
one? All right. Now, what other number do you want? 1 through 4.
Let's do 1.
1. All right. So 1. It says when you start telling your parents a story and then remember what happened was illegal. Salute and off the side you go.
Yeah, no shit. And bye. And
Yeah.
bye. Lord.
All right. So there's that. And then what we're going to do is we normally finish it up with Cards Against Humanity. So have you ever played Cards Against Humanity before?
I've heard of it, but I've never actually played it.
Okay. So pretty much what we just did before, we're going to do again. I'm going to read off the face card, and then you're going to choose a number between 1 and 6 to answer that card. So what we're going to do is the first one is, so actually you're going to choose 2 numbers. Blank is a slippery slope that leads to blank. So you have 6 cards. What 2 numbers do you want?
Let's do 2 and 5.
2 and 5. So 2 and 5. So joyless wooden Soviet toys is a slippery slope that leads to thrusting and grunting.
Oh, well, okay then. We'll just
Now, are you satisfied with both of those, or do you want to change one or both of them?
let's change the first one.
The first one. All right. So that one's gone. So thrusting and grunting will remain a number between 1 and 4.
Let's do 2.
2. All right. So 2. Child beauty pageants is a slippery slope that leads to thrusting and grunting. You're like, I should have just kept the joyless.
I should have just kept. I'm like, that just went on a whole. I'm like, that just became illegal. Like, let's. Yeah, no. Shit.
All right. Now here's the second one. Oh, whoops. These are not the right pants for blank. Oh, whoops. These are not the right pants for blank. 1 through 6. What do you think?
Okay, let's do 3 and 5.
Actually, for this is just 1. It's just 1.
3. Let's do 3.
3. All right, so 3. So, oh, whoops. These pants are not the right pants for all types of girls, even the ugly ones. Now,
damn. Okay, that one I did good on that one. I will take that.
You'll take that? All right.
I'll take that one. That one actually sounds like something a normal person would say.
Now that will conclude our Ode to Humanity segment. Now, obviously, Trinity, you don't need any kind of introduction, and of course on our show, we don't sit there and ask people, how did you get started in the industry? Everybody, right. All that kind of stuff, being in the industry though, like what do you think are some of the most wildest moments that you've seen either happen on set or happen at an award show or just anything in general?
Probably one of my experiences was when I got, it's a little gross. The very first, I was on set with, it was a boy, girl scene. And I got shit on and had to, the girl shit on my face.
Oh God, Jesus.
Yeah. And it wasn't planned for, and I did not want it. I did not want it at all. It just so happened. I'm like, can I get into details? It just so happened that the male talent was fucking her ass, and I was licking her vagina, and she's over my head like that. And he pulls out, and what comes out also. So here, you also have to remember, if you don't finish the scene, you don't get paid. So I'm a motherfucking trooper because my ass is gonna get paid. I want my check. So I run to the bathroom to clean up. And have to pull through, and literally the girl's completely embarrassed, and it was so epically hilarious because the male talent was like, yeah, she knows how to do anal so good and all this stuff, and I've been in the industry much longer than her, and I'm like, cool, and yet I'm the one that got shit on. Yeah. Okay.
Now, did that lead to pink eye or anything like that? Like was it?
Thank motherfucking no, because it was actually on my it was below my eyeballs. Thank fucking God. So
I feel the vomit in my throat. Just
try it's one of the things when I'm one of those girls. If I hear someone vomit or if I smell it, like I'll dry heat, like, you know, like I'll go, whoop, yeah, nope, can't do it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I literally just like, I don't know how I pulled myself together, but I did. And it was the worst of the worst. So yeah.
Oh my God, Jesus. And I can't imagine that. Like it's bad enough. Like some people can't make it through changing their child's diaper, much less something like that. And of course you have a big social media presence like that like shit like that today is super important, super important. But one thing I noticed is that you take a lot of photos and there's always a guy who, I don't know if he's your photographer or what, but that dude should have an endorsement for that big gold watch that he wears. Every single photo, that is one of the main things I see is that big gold watch. Like I can't pay attention to anything else. I just see it. I'm like, this dude I'm like, is this like a half endorsement, half her posting a social media post? Cause I was like, it's always that big gold watch.
You're like, we'll never tell. It's like, I know. So, but no, I've really gotten like, in the last, probably year and a half, I've always loved POV style. And I've always loved like any kind of photo where there's actually like, somebody else is like involved with me. And so I found a fucking awesome photographer that I just really vibe with. And I'm like, grab my ass, grab my tit, like do something like, I'm like, just and they're like, you know, and this is now the era where, you know, there's the whole Me Too, like the whole Me Too movement happened. And that God fucking forbid that you have a director look at you funny or an X, Y, and Z. And I'm like a motherfucking certified pervert. So I'm like, my thing has always been like, if I'm not turning on my photographer or videographer or something like that, I don't feel I'm doing a good job. I'm like, it's my job to be a sex symbol. Like, that's what I do for life. I'm like, if I'm not putting out a good scene, and if like the most jaded people that are the ones that have shot so much pornography and so much, you know, smut themselves, if they're not turned on, then what the fuck? You're going to put it out on the internet? Who are you going to turn on? You know, so that's the way I've always viewed it. So I'm like, so once I found my fucking photographer, he's like, okay. And I'm like, yeah, like just do it. And, you know, he goes on set and he gets nervous around new models and stuff like that. And so here I come in and I'm like, here we go, you know? So yeah.
And of course, Johnny Goodluck, I believe he's here in the room. Johnny, you here with us?
Yo.
What's up, man? How are you? Of course, our HH Pod Rumble champion who outlasted 29 other guests to win the first inaugural HH Pod title. And Johnny, you missed it. She just did What Do You Mean? Like she just did the whole incoherent.
Yeah, and fucking failed. Fucking failed. Brutalized.
It's really fucking hard.
No shit.
The last round was easy. All I had to do was talk shit.
Because everybody
I won this belt literally by talking shit.
and dude, that was great because nobody knew how the hell that was going to work, and they're like, it's 30 people, how is it going to work? And I'm like, you know, once we got into the games and shit, it really filtered out a lot because they thought everybody was going to be talking over each other, but the games just kind of, you know, brought everything back down, and it was a great time. And Johnny, of course, you just got out of the hospital. You had a concussion. How the fuck
did you do? Like, what the fuck did you do? Who are you beating up? Like, what trouble are you causing over in fucking LA?
Yeah.
Come on, you Aquarius ass. I know you're fucking like starting shit. Who are you talking shit to?
Well, straight up, I saw they were having you on, and I'm like, yes, please. It's really so I can say hi, Trinity. Hi.
Hi, boo boo.
And you are a fucking sex symbol. Yeah.
Duh.
Okay, so I got cracked in the head by a beam yesterday on set.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I got in this like hanging wicker chair that hangs out of the ceiling, right? And I had to like jump up into it. And I'm kind of a fucking tall guy. So I jump up in this chair, rips out of the ceiling immediately. I get dropped on the ground, and then everything comes out of the ceiling right on my fucking head.
Oh.
So got a concussion. Going to a chiropractor Monday. We'll figure it out. We'll be all right. I'm
It's funny because
anyway.
I've had concussions during wrestling myself, and it's funny because you get knocked out in the middle of a match, but your brain still operates. It's the kind of thing where you finish the match that you're in, but you don't remember finishing it, but your brain knows to finish it. And it would have been great if you were in the middle of a scene, but you just finished the scene. Like you just kept fucking and the scene just went the way it was supposed to, but you just end up finishing the scene. And you're just kind of like, wait a minute. We did the whole fucking scene. What the fuck?
Yeah, I still managed to do it because it happened like I went outside to read my script, and it happened like first thing on set. So I had to lay around for a little bit. Luckily, they had like a bunch of dialogue to shoot before it got to the dirty stuff. But I managed to get it done. But I ain't been right since.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's cool. He ain't gonna help me, bro.
And what we're going to do real quick, we're going to get into one of our fucked up news articles. And the first one is a man who feared his wife refused to tell her that he had a water bottle stuck in his ass. It says doctors were shocked to find a water bottle.
He was trying to drown the gerbil.
I didn't hear. Who's frozen? Did Ray freeze?
Ray froze.
Huh? Hello? How funny.
He was trying to drown the gerbil. Hi, Trinity.
Hi, sir. Hello.
How's New York?
New York is good. It's good. It's busy as fuck. It's like a clusterfuck here. So.
Busy fucking?
Yeah. Maybe a little.
That's good.
How's LA?
Somebody's making out.
I know. How's LA? Oh wait.
Oh,
Now we're back.
For some reason, I guess my internet dropped. I apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen.
That's cool. We kept it going.
No, like I guess the internet dropped. But no, like I don't understand. Like we have stories like this all the time. We've had people who have put like Fix-A-Flat in their penis and all that. Like have you guys? And like, is it a natural thought to just wake up and sit there and look at a water bottle or something like that and go, I need that inside me? Like I don't understand what it is.
I got a high-powered bidet for moments like that.
Oh, dude, that's
better than a fucking cup of coffee in the morning. I'll tell you that.
The first time I ever
wake up real quick, full blast, wow, right up the ass. It's lovely.
Yeah, and it's fun throwing up in one of those when you're drunk and you've never seen one before, because I seen one in Mexico and I was throwing up and that fucker was just spraying all over the place while I'm throwing up all over the bathroom in Mexico. And Trinity, have you ever been any place, like let's say you go, you travel somewhere, kind of like a bidet type thing, like have you ever been somewhere and you've seen something you were like, what the fuck is this and how the fuck do I use this?
Well, there's been several sex toys that I look at it. I'm like, how is this supposed to work? And like, which hole is this supposed to go in? Because trust me, they've given us some toys that I'm like, I don't know if you guys want me to put this in my butt or do you want me to put this in my vagina? Because I don't know. It's like, it angles a little bit bizarre, but they have so many different things now, like, where your partner can control it. And I'm like, I was dating this guy and I received the vibrator that he could control it from the West Coast. And I'm like, you're a fucking asshole. Like, you want me to put this thing in me so you can just shock me while I'm walking down the middle of the fucking street? You batshit crazy. But it was fun. I did try it once just to amuse him. And I'm like, yeah, I'll never motherfucking again because my happy ass is always at the bar. And I'm like, just sitting there and I'm like, you fucking dickhole. I'm like, yeah. But let me tell you, they actually fucking work. And I'm going to give them credit to that. So.
Wow. That's pretty, like one thing that's always kind of thrown me for a loop with stuff like that is when you see videos and people have that dick saw, like it's like a sawzall with like a dick on the end, and they just sit there and like just, and I'm like, this is like a fucking like toilet snake. Like what the fuck? Like what is happening right now?
Oh my God. Yes.
Have you ever done anything like that? Like, have you ever used like any like of those like power tool sex toys or whatever that you see in movies?
No. I mean, I've used a ginormous, there's like it's called a Witachi. It's not the Hitachi. Like the Hitachi is small like this one. Now the Witachi is like 3. Of course, I just whip it out. I'm like, the big one is like 3 times the size of that one. And I'm like, it's literally probably the size of my head. And it like shakes not just the pussy, but like the full fucking like lower body. And I'm like, yeah, let me just like burn my fucking vagina off.
And of course, we're here on YouTube Live, and everybody loves Johnny Goodluck's hat. I keep on getting comments about Johnny, love your hat. Johnny, love your hat. So everybody is into Johnny Goodluck's hat. And also, they said, we love that championship belt, but we don't know what we have to do in order to get it. So
you gotta take down the champ.
And have you guys seen the video, the music video that they made? You know, the Corn kid, the kid who's talking about corn. Have you seen any of that? The craze with the kid talking about corn, and they made the whole bit. It's corn. Like we talked about it a couple weeks ago on the show, and we actually came across a video of what that kid, if anybody watching at home or anybody watching this later on, what that kid will probably look like in a couple of years. Here, let me just go ahead. We have a video, and it's basically like what the corn kid would be when he's grown up. So let me just go ahead and pull this up. And I seen this, my wife sent me this, and it's very disturbing. And I just need to know what the hell is going on.
What in the world? Cornelius! Get your comm out here!
Well, who are you?
It's feeding time, Cornelius!
Some Buffalo Bill shit.
Now, if anybody came to either one of you, especially you, Trinity, and they're like, look, we have this scene idea. This fat guy covered in corn is going to come out and he's going to throw you down in a sewer, and you're going to have sex with the corn man down in the bottom of the sewer with the corn. Would you do it?
Well, that was a silo.
Was that a silo? It looked like it was like
it was a silo.
Okay. Like,
but yeah, fuck it. I'd be the corn man. Fuck
Do
it.
you remember the Conehead? Do you remember the movie with the Coneheads?
Yes.
That's what it reminds me of. I'm like, I remember, like, I just think of like the Conehead people when I see that. I'm like, wouldn't fuck those ones. Probably wouldn't fuck the corn guy. Sorry.
Is there, there's a porn parody for everything. Is there a Coneheads porn parody? Like, have you guys came across, like, is there an actual Coneheads porn parody?
I bet
I bet you there is.
It probably came out in the 80s.
Yeah.
Late 80s. Eric John's probably fucking in it or something.
And of course, you guys have worked together. You know, yeah. And how was that? How many times have you guys actually worked together? Was it once? Was it once? Okay.
We did it once, and it was for our own websites, which was really awesome. So we got to control and do what we wanted. So yeah, and we didn't have to like, there wasn't any bullshit. We just got straight to fucking. So that's the thing. It's like no one told us what to do or how to do something. Like we just felt what was right, and that's the best sex ever. So, and we're both Aquariuses, so we both like connected right away. Like that's all that matters. Like the minute you say you're an Aquarius, I'm an Aquarius, so we're gonna vibe.
It's gonna be fire.
Now, when you do that, do you guys? And I hear people say all the time that it's a lot easier to shoot your own shit. Like I know studios, you guys have all the studio stuff, but is it more? I guess want to say profitable to shoot your own stuff. Of course, you can do whatever you want.
Long term, absolutely.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yep. It's all about having that catalog because, most people, they've got a shelf life as far as major production companies go. And the idea is that people like us, we use the notoriety they give us by shooting us, and then that goes into our feed, right? But along the way, we have this catalog of shit that we own.
Yeah.
And, heaven forbid that one day happens where the phone stops ringing, you're not high and dry, and you're still reputable, and you're still, what's the word I'm looking for? Current,
Okay. Relevant.
And then you just kind of keep your own train rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So somebody commented in the thread. It says, Trinity, will you be at the Exotica in New Jersey?
Oh, there's a small chance I might. I'm not very keen on going to those type of things, but since this one's so close, I might pop in for a day or two. But I'm not gonna say, yeah, I'm going, because that's just not me. It's kind of a shit show. And so I'm more of those, like, if you catch me at a local bar, like, you'll have more fun with me there than fucking see me in a fucking line like a fucking cattle. Not my cup of tea.
We just got press passes to our first Exotica, which is going to be in December in DC. So
you're gonna go to the DC one. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting, because we're in Baltimore. So that's a little bit.
That's close. That's definitely close.
So, but now with that, have you ever had, and I'm not sure if I asked Johnny this last time he was at the show, what's your weirdest convention / fan meeting that you've ever had?
Oh man.
Oh,
go ahead.
I got one. Okay, so I was feature dancing actually here at the Hustler Club several was it last November? No, I'm sorry. No, it was in November of last year. And it was my last night, and I walk in and there was a gentleman sitting down, and he goes, "Don't you remember me?" And I'm like, no, I don't. And he goes, "We've been talking for years." And I'm like, no, don't think so. Don't think. And he was an older gentleman, and so I get up on stage, and he comes up to the stage, and he watches me perform, and he's like, "We're gonna talk when we're done." And I'm like, oh fuck my life. And I'm like, okay, and I'm like, I'm looking at security, like, I'm like, okay, this is making me feel really uncomfortable now. And so I do my performance, I get off stage, and I go over to the little area where, you can meet and greet your fans, and they can take pictures with you and stuff like that. And he does come over, and he goes, "Why are you acting like you don't know me?" And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And so he ends up basically saying that we had been taught that I'm from Florida, which I'm fucking not, that I have a sister, which I am fucking independent as a motherfucker, no brothers, no sisters, raised by my mom, that I have family in Tampa, and that, like, he had sent me thousands of dollars, and that, he also said that my real name was Jessica, which it's not. My real name is actually Brittany, and I have no problem sharing that. So I'm like, and he starts showing me, like, the messages that he's been talking to with this girl, and literally the pictures that the girl had sent him are pictures from my Instagram, pictures from the internet, like my selfies, my Snapchat pictures, things like that. And so this poor guy, like, was totally catfished by this chick, and I'm like, why did you not? And I'm like, I didn't want to, like, yell at him and call him completely dumb and fucking idiot. Yeah. Like, if you have a cell phone, why did you not get them on the phone? Like, hello, like, if you did it ever cross, like, he knew that I was Trinity St.Clair, but then he thought my real, like, I was this Jessica girl. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. What the fuck? So yeah, it was quite embarrassing for him. And so I really, really, like, I feel like I broke his heart, so.
You ruined that man's life. He's now the what is it, silo dwelling corn man. That's what he has become now.
Yeah. So I felt so bad, and, like, that was definitely one of my weird like fan experiences. And I'm like, okay. I mean, but that happens to us girls. We get catfished so much, like, I had a friend that like she was supposedly living in Gandhi and, like, no, she has an apartment here with her husband, and she had a twin sister, and she needed help getting back to the States. And this guy had, like, sent her thousands and thousands of dollars.
That chick made money.
Jesus.
Yo,
that chick made money.
I know, right? No,
that's like a hustle for some people. Like she like, and it just sucks for the people who put the money out for that kind of shit.
It blows my mind, because it's like, do your fucking research. It happens to me every once in a while. I just had, do you remember Cleo Valentine?
Yes.
Cleo
Yeah.
Valentine. She's a dear friend of mine in Dravis. Somebody just sent me, they've been messaging me now. I have to accept you to get DMs from you on Instagram.
Yeah.
But somebody who is, faking her profile, faking being her, has been DMing me and sending me their OnlyFans and all this shit nonstop for weeks. And I never go and look at the restricted messages because I get messages from people that I let follow me, and I have a private account.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, she's in there. She's got followers on this OnlyFans. She's got people subscribing. She's got tips showing. God. And it's not Cleo, because it's like, yo, if you have looked me around at all, I've known this woman for a fucking decade.
Yeah.
You're an idiot. And but yo, she's making a lot of money off of one of my good friends' names, and that's really not cool that they did that shit to you. That's not cool.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And it's funny that they it's weird because they said you were from Florida, and of course Florida is like bizarre.
Do your research.
Florida has there's so much bad shit that goes wrong in Florida. You always hear about Florida, man. We've had so many stories on the show for people in Florida. And speaking of Florida, there's countless, I cannot stand alligators. A bunch of my friends have moved to fucking Florida and they're like, come down. I'm like, no, fuck that. There's alligators. Not me. Sorry. Not going to do it, dog. And then you have all these guys, these trainers, that put their heads in alligators' mouths. Would you guys ever sit there and, if someone was like, oh no, don't worry, it won't snap down on your head, would you put your head inside of an alligator's mouth?
No, it's fucking stupid. Hell no. But I think Johnny would.
No, but I'll wrestle one. I wrestled a calf once. That hurt. Really? Yeah, I was an all-state varsity wrestler.
So you would legitimately wrestle a gator?
Oh, I'll wrestle the shit out of an alligator. Fuck yeah. I mean, depending on weight class, man. I don't want to take on did you ever see Lake Placid? No thanks.
Yeah.
Right? Oh God, yeah. Yeah, that's also anacondas and shit like that. I'm like, no, I'm good. No snakes on planes for me. I'm okay. Thank you. No, bye.
Yeah. No, thank you. Absolutely not. And it's the kind of thing that normally most of the time when people end up doing that kind of shit with alligators, normally they end up kind of like this dude right here.
Oh boy. And is it about to get gnarly?
Yeah, it's about to get gnarly.
Tight. And you're already dumb. Hey, I like that I'm drinking your shirt.
Yeah, one of the fans watching, they said they were drinking Bud Light. So, and of course, shout out to Ballast Point Brewing Company with
right on
Aloha Sculpin Hazy. So this guy
that's out here
with this alligator, and this is going to go wrong. I don't understand. At any point, just when Tiger. Oh no. Oh Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Matt.
Lose his head.
It's like a countdown.
Here it comes.
Oh Jesus!
Oh
God.
shit! No.
Yeah.
And this...
but see, that's the thing. The gator kind of let go. It was kind of like a warning shot. The gator's like, "Come on, motherfucker! Let's do this!" And I mean, that's
using that cheap hairspray. It tastes like shit.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't understand. What the hell were the magicians that had the tigers? And eventually one of the tigers fucking mauled their asses or whatever in Vegas. You're working.
I believe it's called fuck around and find out.
Yeah. And that's exactly what it is. And then and as I said, Florida's the kind of thing, it's its own animal. And then you have badass dudes like this. And I don't know if you guys seen this, but this dude straight up, there was an alligator fucking around at his house. And this dude,
I think I've seen this,
actually rounded up this alligator with a trash can.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I've seen this. Dude, smart as shit.
Trinity, have you not
clever,
seen this
dude.
yet?
No.
Oh, watch this shit. Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, this guy's a thug, dude. Smart.
Yeah.
That's how you catch a spider or something that, but on a much bigger level. And that's a little alligator.
Yeah. And that gator's ready to throw down too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, he's not happy. He knows it's coming.
Yeah.
Get him. Here it comes.
That gator's like, fuck around and find out.
Yep. Blah, get him. Flip it, flip it, flip it.
Oh
Got
my
him.
God.
Get it.
It's probably
Done.
not that like light. It's gotta be.
No, I was a little guy.
Look
I was
at-
probably
look, the
like a
whole
40,
neighborhood
50 pound
goes
gator.
Like everybody else, all those scared ass
Well done. Applaud that man.
that didn't
Well
want to do
done.
anything. And this dude, like a knight in shining armor, is just kind of like, all right, I'll take care of this gator. Don't worry about it. Like what Trinity, if you had a gator outside your place, what would your first thought be? What would your reaction be? Like, would you be like, okay, I need to grab a recycle bin and scoop this fucking gator up inside this recycle bin? Or are you just like, nah, fuck this. I'm calling the proper authorities that can take care of this shit.
No, I would probably, if I was back home in California, like my little small town country, I'd grab my shotgun. That would be my like. I'm not gonna rebel. Like, no, I would just grab my shotgun. I'm like I said, as New York as I am, I don't fuck around either. I'm like, no.
I was gonna say, if this is in New York, that fucker came out the Hudson. That's some Toxic Crusaders shit. I'm out.
Yeah,
That's like
yeah. We
radioactive.
just call NYPD. I'm like, yo, it's your turn.
It's
Go,
like
go get him.
glowing.
and Johnny, Jason keeps on saying, hey, he's like, hey, Jason, hey, Johnny, it's Jason. So Jason's shouting out, and then someone was like, the fuck is wrong with him when he put his head inside of the gator's mouth. And then let's see, we got a couple of questions here. Let's see, where is it? God, there's a lot of questions here. So let's see.
Hi, Jason.
Someone asked Trinity, they asked, where did you get the name Trinity St. Clair from?
Oh, well, Trinity is actually a lake I grew up by, and I'm a lake girl over everything else. So, and then Saint, because I'm Catholic, and then Claire was just the end of the name that I picked. So nothing too crazy, but everyone's like, oh my God,
Like
Trinity's so
110 out
holy
here.
or whatnot, holy, or they think like they're like the Matrix. And I'm like, no, not at all, guys, but okay. But yeah, no. I'm much hotter than the chick from the Matrix, I feel. So
Yeah, you are.
and somebody was like, that alligator is being welcomed to the hood. They're like, that's the way you handle alligators in the hood.
there you go.
I mean, trespassing is trespassing, bro. I don't care what species you are. It's game on. That's my house.
And Johnny now has a shirt off. And when we had
I'm sorry, but I'm in the valley in Los Angeles, and we've been in a heat wave for like 2 weeks.
Oh,
It
Jesus.
got up to like 116 degrees the other day.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sitting in listen, it's not even sunny out. It's cloudy because there's also been a ton of fires.
Yeah.
But it's still easily like 104 degrees out here right now.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, your boy is hot. My face is red. I'm a ginger. It shows.
I remember last time you were on the show when we did the HH Pod Rumble, you took an entire shower while we were doing the Rumble. We're like, he's in the fucking shower. Like he's showering.
I'm also saying I also smoked marijuana and I made myself breakfast and I was proper hungover. But yeah, I remember everyone thought I was going to give him a frontal because I was walking around in my Dodgers robe the whole time. I was just waiting it out for that round, bro. I think that was what made a lot of people mad is I was just so in the zone and chill the whole time.
and someone asked, how much money would it be for you to fight a gator? Like how much money would they have?
Gator?
Yeah. For you to wrestle a gator.
I don't know. Send me an offer.
And they also commented that with your shirt off,
and then double it.
they said you also look like you're about ready to wrestle a gator after you took your shirt off.
Wrestle. I'm about ready to wrestle a gator.
I'll wrestle a gator, dude. I'll wrestle a gator with one leg and drunk.
Now, what if you guys do like, actually, you know what? Speaking of gators, we started doing trivia not too long ago. So Trinity, what we're going to do is we're going to do some alligator themed trivia. And for every question you get right, I will drink. So let me go ahead and get that ready. And
bring me an encyclopedia.
The first one is, which movie featured Betty White being eaten by an alligator?
Oh my God. I have no idea. Which Betty White?
Yeah.
Can we get a hint?
Actually, it was mentioned during this podcast.
Lake Placid.
Yes, it is Lake Placid.
Give me money.
And then, what was the character's name from Billy Madison whose hand was bitten off by an alligator?
Oh, he had the wooden hand.
Yes.
Oh,
It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips.
I'm so bad at this shit. Oh.
Hey, Bobby! Bobby! Hold up, I got Bobby, leader of Demon Seed Radio here. Hey,
Okay.
What was the dude who got his hand bitten off by the gator in Billy Madison's name?
It was Apollo Creed, but I don't remember what the
It was
name
the
was.
actor who played
Yeah.
Apollo Creed.
Yes.
I don't remember
Yeah.
what his name was.
Bobby, welcome to the Happy Hour Podcast.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, Bobby.
It's Chubbs.
Yeah, I don't remember-
His
I don't
name
remember
was
what his name was.
Chubbs.
Oh, Chubbs,
he had
okay.
a fucking cool name.
Yeah, it was Chubbs. And now, which
Rest
Marvel,
in peace, Chubbs.
which Marvel character has an alligator variant of himself?
Curtis Connors, Dr. Curtis Connors.
No, an alligator variant. He didn't turn it.
variant.
You're thinking of Connors turned into a lizard. So this person somewhere out there in the Marvel universe has an alligator variant of himself.
Loki.
Yes, it is Loki. And in the show Loki, you had Alligator Loki, which was a huge hit. And what
DMC
was,
Radio, represent. That's right.
what was the name of the alligator
Robert.
in Peter Pan? The cartoon Peter Pan. What was the alligator's name in Peter Pan?
You guys are obsessed over alligators this podcast.
I know they turned him into a clock that didn't tick.
Yes. And what does a clock do? It's a
Tick-tock?
sound that it makes.
TikTok.
Yes, it is TikTok. His name is TikTok.
Yeah.
And then a couple more random alligator trivia. True or false? An alligator's sex is determined by the temperature.
Going with false.
It is true.
True.
If it is cool outside, the babies are female, and if it is hot, the babies are males. And then one more, true or false. Alligators go through a total of 3,000 teeth in their lifetime.
That's true.
What about you, Johnny? What do you think?
I'm back, my girl.
That is true. They have about 75 in their mouth at any given time. And when they lose their teeth, other teeth regrow, which is actually kind of strange because we get baby teeth and then we regrow adult teeth. But once we lose our adult teeth,
It's
done.
over. We're done.
Guess
Yeah,
Guess what?
Shit out
alligators
of luck.
I ain't never going to no teeth ever again.
and like, speaking of which, like, what would you, if you ever showed up to a scene and you walked in and the person that you were supposed to be working with had barely any teeth in their mouth at all, like, and you
Tread
weren't
lightly.
told about it, isn't an instant no.
Isn't that the gills? Like, aren't they doing that now, Johnny? Like, have you worked with any of the gills?
I did.
Oh God,
but
you
she
did?
She had teeth. No, I mean it was Rita Daniels.
Were they real
Rita
teeth? Could
Daniels
she
is a very
remove
reputable
them?
Woman.
Could she remove the teeth? Do you know?
Oh, that'd be hot.
Wait a minute. Wait. Let's back up. What is this anyways? Because like now, like, you guys, what exactly is this and how did you end up taking part in it, John?
Wait. Okay, so no, mine was really pretty. It was for Age and Beauty when that was still a project they were doing. It was Rita Daniels, and she definitely has all of her teeth. That woman spends a lot of money on her body.
Okay.
But if we're talking like Joe Dirt Trailer Park Boys style, no, I haven't been down that road yet.
Yeah, no.
Pitch me an offer and then double it.
Yeah. I don't know about that one.
Somebody said that, Johnny, they love your tattoos, and it says, speaking of tattoos, I love Trinity's tattoos, by the way, also.
So do I.
We have a lot of tattoos. Yes. I'm all
Her
about my
tattoo
tattoo.
looks just like this. It's just down there.
Down
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
and all the way around.
Yeah. And it's really pretty.
Yeah, thank you.
Like talking about the teeth, did you guys ever see the old series that they used to do online? It was called Midnight Prowl. Either one of you guys ever see that before?
Mm-mm.
Oh, they would take adult stars to video stores and they would find like the first random guy. They would find like a 400-pound man or like just somebody with no teeth or whatever. And they would go back to a hotel and just have sex with whoever they discovered in the video store. If you ever get a chance, look up Midnight Prowl. And that's what the whole toothless thing kind of reminded me of. And I'm like, man, I was like, that was a wild ass series. And I don't know what the hell ever happened to it. And speaking of which, Trinity, have you ever had any moments on set? And, of course, not naming names, but have you ever had any moments on set where you were like, man, this is just completely fucked up? Like, this person is going to be a no to me for now on, aside from the story you shared earlier with the shit.
So I do have someone on my no list, and the thing is that he's actually a really great person, but the body chemistry, because I am petite, I walked pigeon-toed for probably 2 or 3 days, and it was Shane Diesel, and his dick is so fucking wide, like it is bigger, like it's a Coke and a half. It's not a Coke can, it's a motherfucking Coke and a half. And
that's
I'm
a liter
like,
bottle. That's a liter.
And I'm like, and thank God my pussy went right back to being as tight as it is, because I'm like, oh yeah. But I remember and in the scene, you could literally see the tears coming out my little eyes, and I'm like, it was.
Oh my God.
Yo, it was because I tried to get through it, but I'm like, never again. Never motherfucking again. But I kid you not, like when a girl gets fucked so hard, like she walks pigeon-toed, yeah, I look like a motherfucking penguin for 2 days walking. Yeah,
Oh my God.
Closed up shop. I was closed up. Nope.
And for the record, I walk pigeon-toed all the time because that's life. But don't take it the wrong way. I have not taken any pipes up my butthole lately.
I've done that. I have put both my forearms plus another girl's forearms up some guy's butt.
Oh, have you ever stuck your foot in somebody's ass? Because we've had adult film stars on before where they said they went ankle deep into somebody's ass, and I'm like,
I haven't done that one, but definitely might try that.
Yeah, like you're pretty much wearing a human as a shoe at that point. Like you have a shoe human. And with walking pigeon-toed, was that your worst porn related injury, or have you had anything worse than that?
I haven't had any like myself, like any bad porn injuries. No, that was just like probably one of the like, oh, this is not fun. So no, I haven't broke my vagina. I haven't done anything like that, thank God. So she's still down there. She's still operating. She's still smooth as all get out. I like her. So yeah.
Fantastic.
And no falling down and hurting yourself on the set and having something hit you in the head. Unlike
I feel personally attacked right now.
I was hoping Johnny was going to come to us live in the ER, because that just would have been great.
Could you imagine?
Dude, I've never been in and out of the ER so fast in my life. Last time I went to the ER, I was in that bitch like overnight.
Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
I don't know. I just picked the right hospital and in and out. And also, guys, you're witnessing a miracle right now. It's raining in Los Angeles behind me. Not very
that's
much.
like tsunami weather, man. Like the hell.
But it's raining.
The gates
this happens
to fucking
1.5
hell.
times a year.
That's like fucking, that's hurricane weather. Like, be careful, sir. Like, what the fuck is going on? That's a little weird. That makes you nervous. Like when it's so fucking hot, like, and it starts raining, you're like, okay, what's about to hit? Earthquake? What's gonna hit? I don't like that.
I'll show you what's about to hit.
Come get me.
And what we're going to do, Trinity, I know you said you could probably only hang for about 45 minutes. Sir. So we're going to let you get ready to get out of here. Where can everybody find you online?
I am.
Movies.
So I'm all over. It's Trinity St. Clair. So Trinity St. Clair on Twitter, Trinity St. Clair on Instagram, and then my OnlyFans is trinitystclair.com. So you can find me there. I also have my backup Instagram because Instagram hates me. It's official Trinity St. Clair. So I'm all there. And then yeah, so I'm pretty active. And then, just follow me on those social medias and you'll know where I'm at. So
awesome. And Trinity, before we let you go, normally we do this after our live feed, but we might hang out a little bit longer with Johnny Goodluck. Would you just real quick be able to say, hey, this is Trinity St. Clair and you're watching the Happy Hour podcast? Let me just pin you real quick and then we'll go ahead and do that. So if you don't mind, just whenever you're ready.
Hey guys, this is Trinity St. Clair and you're watching the Happy Hour podcast.
Thank you, Trinity. We appreciate
You're welcome.
it. Go ahead.
Bye. See you later. Bye, Johnny. I love you.
Thank you. And we'll be in touch. I'll send you a shirt or something for being on the show. And Johnny, dude, I was scrambling so fucking bad before this began because normally, normally there's a bunch of us, that are hosting the show. And my regular host, Matt, he lost his voice. And I'm like, fuck. And then our other host, Tom, he had to work late. And then you were like, I'm in the ER. So I'm starting to message all my comedian friends, everybody. I'm like, is anybody available? Is anybody available? Nobody's available. And I'm just kind of like, well, fuck. So that's the thing that I like about doing the show live is that I'm so used to that pro wrestling aspect of if shit goes south, you need to pick it up and, just roll along with it. Yeah, and figure it out. And that's just pretty much what it was. And I mean, it sucks because I feel like this episode wasn't to its truest form like it normally is because I'm used to being with, some of my other guys and feeding off their energy and they're feeding off mine. So I appreciate you definitely coming in from the ER stuff.
I'm here with you till the end. I can't believe I got out of there that quick, to be honest with you. Never in my life, especially since COVID, have I gotten out of the ER so fast.
Oh, yeah. And
dude. They got this new machine. I got a CAT scan done in fucking 3 minutes.
Really?
Last time I got a CAT scan done, it was like a 30-minute fucking process. Or MRIs. They got new ones. 3 minutes.
Was that your first concussion? Have you had a concussion before?
I don't know how many concussions I've had. This one, there just happened to be witnesses, and I happened to recognize it for what it was because your boy wasn't right after that.
Oh.
I'm laying on a kitchen counter and stuff, trying to stop seeing halos. It was bad. And you're talking about work-related injuries. Yesterday, that was the one.
Wow.
I've almost gotten a penile fracture one time, but luckily it worked itself out. That was a smothering scene. I didn't know what I was signing up for. I wasn't prepared.
Yeah.
And now I know. The more you know.
You walk in and they're like, all right, you're here. They bring in an alligator. You're like, oh, I'm wrestling this alligator. No, the alligator's smothering you tonight, Johnny. That's what you're going to be smothered by this alligator.
Which side of the alligator?
Whichever side you would prefer.
I have kind of a reverse game of coherence for you.
Yeah.
Just because we're both from Baltimore and I like telling these stories to people when I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Okay. What did my grandmother say, or what would your grandmother say to you if you walked in their house and they said, "Did you eat?" How would they say it to you?
Did you eat?
Did you eat? Yes.
How would they say it to me?
I walked in my grandmother's house and say, "Hey, hon, G."
Yeah, that's true. Most of the time, my grandmother was just kind of like, "There's food here, and you're eating it," and that's normally the way it was. But yeah,
who's got that kind of time? But if I wrote it on paper, it would be like GEET.
Oh yeah, yeah. That whole Baltimore thing. Yeah.
Did you eat?
Yeah. And Johnny,
hey, hon, G.
How are you enjoying the belt? Of course, I haven't. I didn't physically. I never touched that belt. That belt never was in my possession. The guy who made it, sent it directly to me, and a lot of people were commenting on it. And of course, shout out,
motherfucker.
Yeah, shout out the Rutland Championship belts. They made this championship belt custom for Johnny Goodluck. Yeah. And we even had his name put on it. And make sure you find our Happy Hour Pod Rumble episode. That was crazy. It was insane. Actually, the main plate looks like it's a lot bigger than what the photos showed it as. So yeah, I mean, dude, I'm glad you're enjoying it. You know, as I said, it was a nice little fun thing to award somebody for, you know,
it has not hit the floor yet. It will not hit the floor. I actually have someone building me a case for it.
Really? Nice. I'm glad you enjoy.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing.
It fits. It's functional. It's fucking heavy.
Oh,
This thing
yeah.
is heavy.
Yeah, it's a legit championship belt. Like the guy who made
It's
it makes
gorgeous,
legit
dude.
titles.
Like,
Yeah.
the leather. I just want to show you, man. This means the world to me. Just so you know, especially for shit talking. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
But you guys are on there good.
Yeah.
Some cheers in. Look at that bad boy.
Yeah.
It came the actual plaque parts came like cryo wrapped.
Okay.
It's I mean this is thick leather. This is not a puppy.
Oh yeah.
I could beat the shit out of somebody with this thing for sure.
Now here's the thing. Have you had sex wearing that yet?
Absolutely beat somebody up with this thing.
Have you had sex wearing that championship belt yet?
Oh no. I feel like that needs to be assigned to me.
Oh yeah. Like anytime I won a championship in wrestling, you best believe I had sex wearing that belt. The promoters don't know that I did that. And only God knows how many times the guys have done that. But no, man, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Like, you know, every time we do one, we're probably going to do another happy hour pod rumble in June, which of course you're going to have to come back and you're going to have to defend your championship. And if you win, we'll send you another belt.
I got to keep the regimen going, man.
Yeah.
I got to make sure that I like have breakfast, smoke some weed, drink a beer, take a shower.
Yeah.
All while doing this.
Yeah, all at one time, because that was the thing. Like we were all and our comedian friends. Actually, Eric Woodworth was the one who hosted with me when we did your episode, and he's the one who talked about the 9/11 porn parody. And he was like, "Yeah, you could do the 9/11 porn parody or whatever, and all that." And like him, Tommy Simbazo, and Brian Preston, who all have helped co-host, they were so fucked up on mushrooms when that was happening because they randomly disappeared. Like they just randomly signed off. And we were like, well, that was weird. They're gone. And like Eric was on, he's like, look, man, he's like, I got to be honest. We were all fucked up on mushrooms. He's like, we had no idea what was going on. I was like, that makes it even better. Like, I love that was going on.
I mean, full disclosure, I was very hungover. But I mean, come on. Come on. and that honestly, I didn't know that's one, that this belt was happening, that I was like getting rewarded for just out smack talking and I don't know, being quick with the quips.
Yeah.
That's my jam. I love that. I love zingers. Yeah. I love being in the car and jaw jacking my friends.
Did you ever get the tank top? Well, we sent out another tank top or whatever.
I got it.
Yeah. All right, cool. And
I'm doing this thing right now. So I'm saving the tank top. So I put it out on my my private social media a while ago. I grew up in Baltimore. I was going to the auto bar, the side bar. I was going to punk shows, all ages shows, 2-3 nights a week. So my t-shirt collection has graduated to a 7-foot tall bookshelf. Folded, right? Okay. Yeah. So I got really tired of every time laundry gets done. I got the same shirts again. I feel bad. I'm not being nostalgic with the shit that I've done, the places I've been, the shows I've been to, the shirts that the shirts that like the armpits ripped out from a mosh pit, you know?
Yeah.
I never get to those. So I committed on July 1st to going through my entire t-shirt collection from top to bottom. I took bets on when I was going to get done just via photo because I didn't count. I didn't cheat. Yeah. I even had my own bet. And I don't know how close I am because I'm over 2 months in and I still can't tell how much further I've got to go.
Wow. I thought I was bad with shirts. Like
it's not bad. Why is it bad? That's not it's a collection. Come on.
My wife gives me shit. Like she has a whole entire makeup room. Like that's her room. She keeps all her clothes, everything in there. I have 2 closets. One of my closets is all jerseys and sports shirts and all that shit. The other closet,
I separate
everything else. Yeah. And I'm so OCD to the point to where I can't wear that shirt again until I've worn all the other shirts in that closet.
I'm doing this for the first time.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm over 2 months in. I started July 1st, and I'm going all the way to the bottom. And my shelves aren't even half empty yet.
Yeah.
But I have the fresh tank top you sent me, and actually Draven got the undersized one. So there's gonna be some serious side boob coming out of that thing. She is stacked, my guy.
Nice.
But I have it on the side, and this, by the way, doesn't include work shirts or club T-shirts because I'm in a motorcycle club. Shout out Seven Skulls MC, and doesn't include like plain tees or anything I would wear to work. It's strictly like graphic tees, a joke, a bar, a band, a tour, a type of beer. Shit, man. I originally had said I'd make it till about Halloween.
Yeah.
I think Bobby Genito from Demon Sea Radio, I think he put me in around Thanksgiving. I really don't fucking know, man. Like, I still don't know.
Well, here's the thing. We'll put you
I think I'm probably good till December.
Yeah. My prediction, and I'm going to go farther out. I'm going to say by Valentine's Day. I'm going to say February.
You know what? I could probably share a photo with you if I can do that while I'm on here. Let me see if I can figure out how to do that.
Here, there we go. Now you can do it. I hit for multiple participants, so you just hit share screen and it should be able to share whatever.
Tell you what, I'm gonna take you for a walk. Oh, please.
Yeah, man.
Up,
like when
Hey, what's up?
fuck you,
when
Bobby.
everybody fucking dropped off tonight, my whole like I literally just kind of tore up everything I had, and I was like, fuck it, going a different direction now is what it is.
Google, turn on the bedroom. All right, hold up. Let me see. Can I flip this? Yes. Okay, so here is what remains. Now, don't be fooled. There's probably like 20 shirts just in that stack.
Yeah.
But I've got that, all of that. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Holy shit.
I got some gems, man.
Wow.
The
Yeah. The auto bar. Yeah, that's good shit.
Okay,
Man.
so that's what's there. And let's see. I know, I'm sorry for everybody who this is kind of weird and jumpy. That's what I've gone through so far.
Wow. Holy shit,
Yeah.
dude. Like, that's the thing. Like, I thought I had a lot of shirts and shit. And like, I mean, and like with yours, like you have so many, like my wife can't understand like how my shirts stay in good condition. I'm like, because I have so fucking many and I don't dry anything. Like I hang dry all of them. So I have shirts that are like 6 years old that look like they're brand new because they've only been worn once or twice because of, oh yeah, Justin Tucker. Shout out to Justin Tucker.
That's custom, man. I got this made his second year as a Raven, and it only gets dry clean, baby. Only gets dry clean.
Nice. And actually, when are you actually coming? Like, are you planning on coming to Baltimore anytime soon?
I do think that we're going to be there for the holidays. This is the first year in, I think, like 8 years that we're not doing Exotica New Jersey.
Okay.
Just because plane tickets are absolutely insanely expensive, and to be completely honest with you, male performers don't make a whole lot of money at those kind of things. So it's always kind of been a journey of love, and I set aside, a kitty for it. And also, I like to go hang out with the governor, AJ Pan, from the Lower East Side. He's always with us. I don't know if you know AJ Pan. AJ's the man. And we like going over there because then we'll spend a few days in New York.
Yeah.
We get to spend some time with the family. So the Jersey Exotica is, if we were going to miss everything all year, we'd still make it to that.
Okay.
And this is actually my first official announcement about that we're not going to be able to make it this year. Demon Sea Radio is still going to be there. Bobby General is still going to be there. Pretty sure Whitney Morgan's still going to be there. And sorry, Jason. I know Jason probably asked me this like 20 times on social media, but I'm not going to. We're not going to make it this year. It's just way too expensive to go.
Yeah, Jason had commented.
Work has been a big load out here. Get it?
Yeah, And he commented a half dozen things. I'm gonna read you all the comments right now from Jason,
Oh God.
all in a row. And he's like, "How is Draven doing, Johnny?" It's Jason from Twitter. He said, "Did you
She's
see
great.
my comment, Johnny? LOL." And then he
Yes.
said, "Johnny and Aaron are Tommy Pistol are friends." And then he
That
said,
is true.
"Bobby." He said, "Bobby is an awesome person." And he said, "Please
Also
come
true.
to Exotica, Johnny and Draven. You are my friends."
Bobby's a piece of shit. No, Jason's awesome. Jason, you're a super awesome dude. You're far too kind. And I think you're more aware of what I am doing than I am.
Oh man. And Johnny, I think what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and get out of here relatively soon. I appreciate you coming on. As I said, this isn't one of our typical episodes. Like the whole thing just fucking went to shit like 2 hours before we came on. And it is what it is. Like, it's
pretty legit to me, man.
It seemed pretty fun. Like Trinity probably got off and she probably like, what the fuck did I just experience?
When I first told you that I was in the ER, I'm like, hey man, I might be messaging you from like the table. You know what I'm saying?
That would have been.
I might be slabbed up.
Yeah,
when I get on here with you.
You're on the table and they mistakenly remove your penis while you're live on the podcast. Like they're just kind of like, yeah, we got the wrong chart.
Funny story. So I go in for x-rays and I got to stand and then I got to lay, right? And she's like, and because I need to see your hips and your pelvic bones, I'm going to need you to pull your pants down. I'll give everyone a minute to marinate on that. All right. So there I was, far too eager to pull my pants down. So I lay on the table and I'm like, okay, I'm laying on the table. Pants, man. It's like, I'm good. We're good. She's like unfolding a sheet and just looks at me like, yeah, word. Just thigh length is good. Just down to like your knees. I was very ready. I'm a terrible person.
And like it's weird. Like I feel like every time I go to a doctor's office or a hospital or something like that, like you almost always, and I'm not sure if you've seen it, or it might just be something here in Maryland, and you would know this 100%. You always see that person that looks like they're legitimately dying, but you look at them and you're like, you're not sick. You're just here because you don't want to fucking go to work tomorrow. And like they look like that they're about to fall on the floor and just die on sight. Like
another funny story. In the waiting room, and no shade, because if I felt like that, I would do the same thing.
Oh yeah.
I saw this old guy get out of the chair and he just went to the farthest corner where nobody was, and he just laid out on the floor, man. Just like made sure that nobody was offended. He wasn't being loud. He went and tucked away and did it, but he just laid out on the floor and just laid there on the cold tile. And I'm like,
please tell me he
I've been there and I feel
down.
you. And nobody said a fucking word. Why? Because like, hey man, if you were there, I'd be there for you. If that's what you need.
And it's the thing, he's laying there and the next thing you know, his pants are missing. And then all of a sudden, he's pissing at the same time.
Who really needed that level ground.
Have you?
There is the other side of the room.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Maryland
General
people
Hospital
during
the winter that get arrested anyway, just so they go to jail and don't have to find somewhere warm, man?
Have you ever been to?
That's the thing, right?
What?
Well, during the wintertime, anywhere where it snows, right around the first snow of the season, a lot of homeless people go and do minor crimes that get them arrested. Breaking and entering, stealing copper. Usually nothing violent, just something
so they can go in and be out of the cold. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty fucking smart if you ask me.
Oh yeah, like fuck that. Like you get free meals,
government money.
Like you're not gonna fucking freeze to death. Like you could get some sex. Like I mean, whatever their heart desires.
I mean, I don't know who listening has ever been arrested or had to stay a couple days or whatever, but you get fed, and basically all there is to do is you sit, you think, you can read, draw, right?
Yeah.
Watch TV, and you get fed 3 meals a day, and it's kind of all you got to look forward to. They wake you up, they give you food. Fuck around for a few hours to feed you again. Fuck around a few more hours to feed you again. Go to bed, wake you up, feed you. So I've never eaten so much in my life as I did the last time I was in jail for a few days. Like that and a cruise ship.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what though?
Non-stop food.
Dude, I can't
and then you can't even eat it all sometimes. You put some away. You got some bread and
stuff in your pocket. Like, yeah.
you got some condiments on the side.
Oh, you there, Johnny? We may have lost Johnny. Of course, we had some technical difficulties earlier, but I think Johnny may have had some on his side. His phone could have potentially died because it looks like he is on his phone. So what we will be doing is, until Johnny comes back, of course, we will be live again this coming Wednesday, September 14th, right here live on YouTube Live. However, if you're local, make sure you find us. We're doing a live show at the Church of Satire. Tickets are $5 each. And that's over in Hanover, PA. So make sure you come join us over in Hanover, PA. And then the next episode after that, I'm going to be on vacation, will be on September 27th. And that will be with former WWE superstar James Ellsworth right here on YouTube Live. We got a lot of stuff coming down the pike. Of course, Halloween season's coming up. We're going to have a new logo for Halloween. And honestly, thank you for everybody who commented right here on YouTube Live. If you tune in weekly or watch our show weekly, once again, I apologize that it wasn't one of our typical episodes. It's weird for me to not have my cohorts with me. But I still roll along and make the best out of it. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. Make sure you go over to the website, www.thehhpod.com, and pick up some merchandise. We don't get paid anything for this. We do all this for free. Make sure you follow Trinity, make sure you follow Johnny Goodluck. And if you're interested in following the show, I know there's a lot of happy hour themed podcasts out there. Make sure you go to www.thehhpod.com. You will find all of our content. You will find all of our social media pages. Shoot us a follow. Always feel free to talk to us on social media. I always respond. I run all that stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get out of here, and hopefully we will see you guys and talk to you guys this coming Wednesday. Hopefully we'll see some of you live in the crowd at the Church of Satire, 106 Broadway in Hanover, our first live comedy show. And that is going to be absolutely fucking bonkers. That's going to be a special 2-hour show. Also, author David Gilbert will be joining us and unveiling his new book. So we will be doing a review on his book, and that poor man has no idea what is in store for him. So once again, thank you to Johnny Goodluck. Thank you to Trinity St.Clair. Thank you to all of you on YouTube Live. You mean everything to us. We recently celebrated, having over 200,000 total views right here on YouTube. And also Hollywood Digest, Best of the Best Elite for summer. And actually, Johnny Goodluck is back. So I'm going to go ahead and readmit him real quick before we get out of here. Then that way, Johnny Goodluck can also say goodbye to everybody right here on the Happy Hour podcast. So there we go. We're going to admit him back into here and see what happened. So let's see. So there's Johnny. So we're going to go ahead and readmit him in here now. What's up, man?
I have no idea. My phone just said freeze.
Yeah, it's like, and what I did is actually, I know I said I was going to get ready to let you go soon. So we were actually talking about some of the stuff that's going to be coming up. Johnny, thank you as always, man, for joining us on the show. You're one of our favorite guests. I'm glad you're enjoying the belt. I'm glad you appreciate the belt. That's just, I was like, hey,
dude, I got that wrestling onesie in Demon Seed colors just because I'm like, well, fuck, I got a belt. I got to have a fucking unitard, man.
Yeah, and it's funny
that shit's comfy.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like what you wore is, I used to wear. I had a singlet top, so I would wear pretty much that underneath my wrestling tights, and then I had a singlet top that was, what I would wrestle in. And it's funny that when you took those photos in the video, And then you told me you were in the ER. And I was like, did he fucking hurt himself taking the photos with the belt? Like,
Oh God.
like I wasn't sure when you took
am
those.
The biggest idiot ever. I fell into the bush and I got eaten by a possum.
Yeah. An alligator came and was like, oh, you want to fight, bitch? Let's do
I'll
this.
fuck him up, bro. I will beat that ass. I will beat that alligator right in the ass.
Yeah. And Johnny, as I said, feel free to do whatever you want with the belt. If you ever go to any of the conventions, have people take some photos for us. You know, I'm glad you appreciate it.
I wish I was going to Exotica because I would be wearing this and that. And I can't wait. I wish a motherfucker would give me the opportunity.
And I mean, that's the thing. Like, people were like, hey, you know, like the title, I didn't mind putting the money out for it, because if you do something like that, that's good for us, because people look and they're like, oh, the Happy Hour podcast, what's that? You know, it helps us, you know, in the long run. So I have no problem doing that. I have no problem sending out shirts, you know, whatever
this is like winning a trophy to me. I mean, it is a trophy. It might be a wearable trophy, but it's a trophy. So I legit have a case being made for it.
Nice.
Because I just wanted to make sure it was the right size. So should it be studs out, or do I like fold it back and just have all the badges?
Normally, like, the same guy who did that belt, I'm going to have all the titles I've ever won in my career made by him. And you can actually get belt hangers. Like, you put the buttons on it, you can hang them like that. But in a display case,
I want a case.
I would display it in the case to where you can see the main plate and the two side plates as well.
That's how I got it measured out for it. I just wanted to make sure I was right, because I got it measured out for the 5 plates on it. Dude, this is mine, baby.
So, Johnny, what we're going to go ahead and let you get out of here. We're going to wrap up. Once again, we will be live right here on YouTube Live again this Wednesday, September 14th. And it is our very first live show at a comedy club, which is going to be in Hanover, PA at the Church of Satire. Tickets are $5, and it's going to be absolutely fucking bonkers. We're going to be airing 2 hours there. All of our favorites, all of our comedian friends, everybody's going to be there, and it's going to be absolutely insane. Some of the stuff that we have written out of subjects we're going to talk about are going to be crazy. So if you're local, come over to Hanover, PA, check us out live.
Send me the details, man.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And of course, we'll be right here on YouTube Live. And Johnny, man, thank you for joining us on the show. It's always appreciated. We're going to catch up very, very soon. And especially if you're in town, we got to go get a beer or some shit like that, man.
Yeah, boy. I got a question for you before you go.
Yeah.
All right, real quick. We got to get married for a green card, okay? What's your favorite movie, game, and food? What's your favorite movie, game, and food?
Movie, game, and food. So movie, I've always been a big horror guy. So it's the Friday the 13th franchise. However, that deems down to Friday the 13th part 6 for me, because we've actually had CJ Graham, who played Jason in that, on our show, which was awesome. So and then what was the second one? Favorite movie?
Game and food.
Game? All right, so game, let's see, I like video game or just like board game, or just any game in general.
Favorite game?
Playing
in traffic.
Obviously, Grand Theft Auto. And then food, I'm a big boy, can't go without pizza, man. Like, pizza is 100. I'm one of those. My wife's like, hey, you know, whenever I talk about what do you want to order for food, she'll look at me and go, not pizza. And I'm like, all right.
Well, as always, you can find, I'm going to leave you with a mic drop. As always, I'm Johnny Goodluck. You can find me on Twitter at Mr. Goodluck XXX. You can find me on Instagram at Johnny Goodluck XX. As always, you can find me on Pornhub, any porn site you can really think of. JohnnyGoodluck.com is where you can find me in Trinity, but check her out first. And other than that, I asked you, what did I say? Your favorite movie, game, and food.
Yep.
The answer to all 3 is your sister's ass.
Johnny, thanks, man. We appreciate it. We will see you guys next week right here on the Happy Hour podcast. Cheers, guys. All right, cool. We're no longer